Hey Rebecca, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that my work is going to be hosting a barbecue this weekend. You better start getting ready for it now.
Wait, what? There's going to be a big barbecue this weekend?
That's right. It's just a reward for the staff for making half of their sales quota before the quarter is even half over. It's just a way of saying thank you for all the hard work they've done.
Well, yes, that certainly is something that should be celebrated. Those are some big feats. But maybe your staff would be more grateful if they receive a little extra time off work? I mean, to have to come into an office cookout on your weekend when you've already been working so hard. I just think they might appreciate getting to spend some more time at home.
Wait, what? Are you serious? You don't like the barbecue idea? But we collect a little bit from everyone every month so that we can throw these kinds of office parties. I was going to arrange some really nice food and it was going to be a good time.
I'm sure that you were, and I'm sure that all the food would be good. But if they've all been working hard, maybe it's better to give them a chance to rest. I mean, I feel like you've all been working every single weekend already as it is. I just feel like you might have already made them give up enough of their weekends for work. Think of all the plans that have had to be cancelled with family and friends just to put that time back in working.
That's totally normal for our office. I'm sure that nobody minded having to work on the weekend at all. Besides, the barbecue isn't going to be work, it's going to be fun. That's how I'm thanking them.
It might not be work, but it's just going to be the same people from the office all using their weekend to spend time with each other.
Okay, I get it. How about I let the staff bring their family and maybe even a +1 if it's just a friend?
I really don't think that you're seeing the point I'm trying to make. I don't think it matters how nice the barbecue is. I think people just wanted a break in general from the company. If they want to have a barbecue with their friends, just give them some extra time off and that's what they'll do.
You seriously have no idea what you're talking about. I'm the boss, and I want to show that I care for my employees by throwing them a party. What part of that don't you like? I know that they will work hard for me, and as their boss, it's my job to show that I appreciate them.
And I understand those feelings, and think that the sentiment is a really good one. But I'm just saying that people might not appreciate feeling like going to what could be perceived as a mandatory office function on the weekend.
Okay, I've had just about enough out of you. I'm the CEO of this company, and if I say I want a barbecue, then I'm having a barbecue. I didn't come here for your advice about the event. I came here to tell you to go out and buy the things we'll need for it. And don't ever talk to me like this again. It's completely humiliating for someone of my standing to be talked down to like that.
Hey Rebecca, guess what? I think I saw you at the grocery store across the street from Highland High. Were you just in there? I saw that you had a huge cart filled all the way up. I was thinking, what kind of person needs all that stuff? But then I looked up and it was you pushing the cart. Wait a second, is this Kate? Oh my gosh, I don't think we've spoken since high school. How long has it been? And yes, I probably was the lady with the very full cart that you saw earlier. But wow, you really know how to pick me out of a crowd. It took me a second for my brain to click, but I was sure it was you after that. I still can't believe the coincidence though. Who would have thought? Well, I wish that you would have said something or come over to chat for a bit. I would have loved seeing you in person. No, I've been in those shoes before when you're heaping up things in a shopping cart. It's really no way for either person to carry on a conversation. Although, that supermarket is quite fancy, right? And I'm pretty sure I saw your cart full of different meats. Just what are you shopping for, if you don't mind me asking? Are you working? No, I'm not working. I'm just a housewife, really. But I was out shopping for all of that because my husband asked me to get that. Wait a second. Housewife? Husband? So you're married? That's right. I've been married a few years now. But my husband is holding a barbecue for his employees and it was kind of last minute. So he sent me out to do the shopping for it. Hold on a second. You can't be dropping these little hints from me. Your husband is throwing away a party for his employees? Wouldn't that make your husband like a CEO or something? Pretty much. He does own and run his own company. And so even though I don't have a job, I still do a lot to support him from the background. I don't believe it. This is so crazy. I mean, you were always so quiet and plain in high school, and now you're married to a CEO. That must be lavish. It's really not all that it's cracked up to be. I promised. Besides, you shouldn't get the wrong idea. My husband's company isn't even that big. Hey, a CEO is still a CEO. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that makes you the wife of a CEO, which is also nothing to wag a stick at. Not to mention the fact that your husband is all the type of nice, caring boss who would go out and throw a company barbecue on his dime. I bet you must have an amazing life, huh? No, I'm telling you that it really isn't anything like that at all. Oh, come on. There's no need to be humble with these things. I mean, did I or did I not catch you at a fancy supermarket with a cart full of meat? You know, I actually recently broke up with my boyfriend and he kicked me out of our place. I've had to budget really carefully and have been skipping a meal basically every day since then. So I guess it's just kind of incredible to see an old classmate like you living the way you are. Wait a second, you don't have a place to live anymore? Are you serious about that, Kate? It's true, I'm afraid. I was living with my boyfriend for a while and waiting for him to propose to me. I was prepared to quit my job to support his career, just like you're doing for your husband. But then he told me that he didn't want to be married to a housewife. Plus, he told me that he was never going to propose to me, and before I knew it, things were over between us. Oh my gosh, Kate, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's just horrible. I know, but after all that happened, I didn't have anywhere to go, and so I ended up moving into this tiny little apartment. And I hate having to limit what I eat every day. It sucks. I just feel like I was dealt a really lousy hand, and I hope things turn around soon. Oh, Kate. Well, do you have anything going for you now that makes you think things might do that soon? Actually, now that you mention it, I did meet someone new recently. And honestly, given everything that's going on in my life, the timing could not have been better for me. Well, anyways, I feel like I've taken enough of your time complaining about my life, and unfortunately, I have to go and take care of some things right now. But anyways, I hope you're enjoying your life right now, Rebecca. Kate, are you there? Please pick up the phone. I want to know what's going on right now. I'm serious. You open the front door and come out here. You're in my house, you know. Just what are you even doing here anyways? And why did you throw me out of my own home? Oh, Becca, I'm so sorry about this, but I'm afraid that it isn't your house any longer. You see, I've decided that I'm going to take your life and make it mine. Just what is that supposed to mean? It means that I've made Aaron all mine. I'm going to be his new wife, so he doesn't have a need for you anymore. Just get lost already. Excuse me? Are you kidding me right now? What does Aaron have to do with any of this, and what do you mean he's yours now? And why are you treating me as if we're still not husband and wife? You're saying that this is all some kind of plot of yours or something to steal my life? Well, I guess in a nutshell, yeah, that's about right. Let me say it again. I stole your husband, Aaron, from you. He is now all mine, and he's head over heels in love with me. He's already sent out papers to start the divorce process with you. And we've already gone through our civil ceremony to be married. Wait, what? He sent out divorce papers without talking to me about any of this first? He's actually sitting right here next to me and is saying how happy he is that we're married. Oh, wait just a minute. So then, you plan to cheat on my husband? I don't get it. I thought that you and I were old friends, but instead, you made my husband divorce me? I have to say that I really am so thankful that I happened to see you that day in the store. You led me straight to your husband, and after that, it was all too easy. I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, after we talked, I did some digging around and figured out where you were living. After that, I staked out your place and waited until your husband went out to go run some errands. I followed him and then pretending like I was just running into him. But unlike a plain Jane like you, I have the feminine charms that can make any man swoon over me. So you're telling me that you've basically been seeing my husband ever since then? That's right. It's my first time ever being with a married man, but it was actually a lot easier than I expected. But then again, what else would you expect from someone as gorgeous as me? I don't even know what to say to you right now. Anyways, it seems to me like Aaron was just plain bored of having you around. He told me that he's been thinking of divorcing you from some time now. He says that he's sick of you always trying to tell him how to run his business, even though you're just a simple housewife. Honestly, you've made my job of stealing Aaron away that much easier. Is he kidding me with all of that nonsense? All I was doing was giving some input on ways that he could better try and improve company morale. But he always just thought of it as me nagging him? At least you finally understand that for yourself now. The job of a CEO's wife is to stand there and look pretty for the press. You're not there to think. You're there to do whatever your husband needs to succeed in his career. It isn't in our place to be telling him how to run his company. Do you actually really think that way? Of course I do. And look where not thinking that way has landed you, Rebecca. Did you really think that you would hold on to your man for long with an attitude like that? All you ever did was get in his way. That's why you should just leave him. Well, I suppose I really don't have any other choice but to leave him at this point. If he's the type of man to talk about me like that, running around with other women and be an all-around pig, then I don't want him in my life either. Except now you've lost your wealthy husband to me. I'm going to be the one living in the lap of luxury from now on. I'm going to steal your easy life, and there's nothing you can do about it. You mean you think that things are going to continue like that when my husband doesn't even have any employees left? But I suppose I really don't have a say in this matter either way. So fine, I'll leave, and you can have my so-called perfect life. I'll just find a new place to live. Now wait just 1 minute. What was that comment about having no employees? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, he held a barbecue for employees and I saw all the food that you bought. Why would you say something like that? Oh yes, when he had that, there were dozens of workers there. But everyone just couldn't stand working for that man anymore. So they all talked and agreed to quit at once. Wait, what? The whole staff quit at once? Are you kidding me? No. They all wrote their letters of resignation and tendered them at the same time. I was actually worried about how to break the news to Aaron, but when I got home, I caught him having his affair with you. That's when you threw me out of the house, and I decided that I'd rather have him find out on his own time. No, hold on, back up. How could the entire staff quit at once? That doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense as you knew the company as well as I did. You see, the whole company was actually building up resentment towards Aaron for quite some time. I had noticed it while I was helping him to run his business. I tried to warn him that people have their limits, but Aaron thought I was merely nagging him about how to do his job. I still don't get it. What happened? Here's the thing. I think that Aaron does have a sharp sense for how to run a business. After all, he managed to grow his to as large as it was. What he forgot to do, however, is remember that growth comes with a cost, and that you need to remember to care for the people who got your company to where it is. Essentially, he ignored the well-being of his workers and they'd had enough. So his entire staff really hated Aaron that much? Aaron is the type of person to make his work his life and doesn't mind coming home in on the weekends. But it was not the case for his staff who were sick of being called in when they should have been relaxing. And while Aaron managed to squeeze some extra productivity out of them, it was only a matter of time until something had to give. So he made them come into the work on weekends? That's right. In fact, the barbecue was supposed to be a way of thanking for the staff for all their tireless effort. But I suggested that Aaron give them some extra time off instead. He of course ignored that and insisted that the cookout would solve everything. And after he had left and I was cleaning up, the staff came to me with a box of envelopes bearing their resignation letters. But If the staff of a whole company quits at once, then how is the business supposed to stay open? Yeah, that is not how you want to be running a company. Staffs don't always need a CEO to run a business, but I've yet to see a CEO who can run a business without a staff. And unless he's prepared to take on every single duty that needs doing to stay operational, there is going to have to be some serious downsizing. Downsizing? But wait, what about me? What about my luxurious new life? I was supposed to have it easy for the rest of my days. I guess you better go out and find some new people to work for Aaron then, huh? I sure hope you can find someone after all the negative reviews the employees left after they quit. This can't be happening. I don't believe it. But I really am sorry. I realize I'm overstepping, talking about all this business stuff as if I know what I'm talking about. Besides, I know that you love Aaron for Aaron, and you'll be able to work something out.
Hey, Rebecca, I heard all about what you said to Kate. Is it really true? Did all my staff really walk out on me?
I've already stopped by the house to put all their resignation letters in the mailbox. You can go and check yourself if you want.
Quit messing around. This is my life we're talking about here. How could they all do that to me after all I've given them? And for them to do it all behind my back, those little cowards, those ingrates, they all deserve to be taught a lesson. I've never felt so betrayed in my life.
And just what do those employees even have to be grateful for when it comes to you, huh? You think that you can just buy their souls with money? Keep them working for the rest of their lives? You should be the one thanking them for all they do for you. They have been working themselves to the bone to make your company just slightly more profit than they would on an average year. You were the one that drove them all to this, Aaron.
But they all voluntarily signed up for this job. They knew there would be overtime here.
If you really think that's an excuse for how you treated them, then just look at where that's landed you. But don't worry, you can always start over again with Kate by your side.
Oh, don't you worry about us. We're going to make it out of this just fine. I'm still a great businessman, and I can get myself out of any pinch. I'm a genius. You have to be to get where I am. I'm better than those wage slaves, and that's why I'm the boss. Don't they realize the risk I took investing in my company? That gives me the right to run it however I want with no complaints. I gave them a contract, and those ingrates are acting like they didn't know what they were getting themselves into. Well, I'm going to make sure that they never find work in this town again.
What do you mean by that, Aaron?
I mean, if those little animals want to try and take me down, I'll make sure I take them all down with me. I can ruin all of their careers with just a couple of phone calls. It would take nothing for me to do so.
You really are a terrible boss. Do you realize that, Aaron? But if you're really going to take things that far, then I'll hire them all myself. I know just how excellent they are as workers, and I'll treat them much better than you did.
And just what do you mean you're going to hire them?
Well, actually, when they all came to me telling me they were quitting, they told me that they wanted to start a worker-owned business together. But they asked if I would take the role as head of the company. They said that if I led them, they would all work for me.
Hold on a second. Are you serious? You mean they really asked for you to lead them in running a business? But you're just a housewife. You don't know the first thing about running a business. You're really going to lead all those people in some hippie pipe dream of a business.
Call it what you want, but it is happening. We've already convinced some of your largest clients to invest in our future as well.
You're really trying to poach my clients.
Your poor management didn't just affect the workers under you. It also made a trouble for the contractors who were constantly having to put special orders, which was harming the relationship between the workers and the bosses there as well. Your clients know that they can expect steady growth from us and don't feel the need to squeeze every last drop of profit of a fiscal year.
Well, that makes them morons.
And yet, you're the one without any clients, Aaron. I know that it's going to take time getting the new business back on track, but I have people counting on me, and I won't let them down. I will make this company thrive.
But I'm telling you that you can't. You don't know how. You don't have the temperament to be a leader. You're just a housewife. You have no idea how hard it is to manage everything and make it work. I'm the one with the good business sense. I'm the one who got everyone this far.
And you got everyone so far that they all decided they had enough of you. I'm not denying that you don't have know-how, but you need to understand that people have their limits. As a leader, you are more interested in the power than in responsibility. I'm not leading this company for glory or fame. I'm leading it because I've watched you manage, and I learned from your mistakes, and because I've realized that being part of the leader means being part of the team, not outside of the team.
You'll never make it work. I don't care if you've stolen all my employees and my contracts. You just don't have what it takes.
That's fine, because it's not just me. We're combining our expertise and we'll get through this together. So, may the best company win. Things weren't supposed to go this way. It was supposed to get easier after I married Aaron, not harder. How did my life come to this? What's the matter, Kate? I thought being married to a CEO was supposed to solve all of your problems. It was supposed to solve all of my problems. But it doesn't work when your CEO husband doesn't have any employees. I thought I would be just happy, but now I just want to leave Aaron. You mean that you two are going to get a divorce? But you just got married, didn't you? We did, and I thought I would be living a very different life than I am now. I stole your husband from you, and that was supposed to be the best thing that ever happened to me. But instead, I'm back to where I started, having to budget like there's no tomorrow. This whole plot was a complete failure. Wow, are things really that bad for you two? Are you really that surprised? Aaron has nothing left. His company is just an empty building, and he doesn't have any clients because you stole them all. This is all your fault. Are you kidding me? You were the one who stole Aaron away from me, right? And it was the staff that came to me and asked me to lead them. You're just mad because the staff made their opinions clear and left Aaron behind. But I hate living like this. Plus, Aaron has been so mean to me lately. He even said that he would put me to work since he wouldn't have to pay his wife as an employee. Can you believe that? He's got me working around the clock for him on all kinds of different things. Wow. Is he really making you work for him for free? He is. And on top of that, he still expects me to clean the house and cook all of his meals for him. I knew he's out there trying to find new clients and investors, but he doesn't realize that taking care of the house is a lot of work too. I hate my life. It was better before. At least then, I used to be poor and free. Now I'm poor and practically enslaved by this man. That really is a lot to be dealing with, Kate. I really just want things to end with him. Please, Becca. Can you help me? I need you to get me out of here. You want my help to fix your life? Well, I know that even if I divorce Aaron, I still won't get that much money out of him. This is why I stole him from you. But you have money, right? So you can help me out here. You're the only person I can turn to. Kate, I'm sorry that you're going through all of this, and I really sympathize with you. But this is your divorce, and you can handle it yourself. But I thought we were old friends. Is this really how you're going to treat me after all we've been through together? I'm sorry, but you were the one who came to me bragging about how you stole my husband from me. I really don't feel like I owe you anything. But you can't be serious, right? Look, I'm busy and am about to start a meeting. I don't have time for this. Hold on just 1 second. You can't leave me like this. What's the matter with you? I'm sorry, but I've got to go. Good luck fixing your life. After that, Aaron declared for bankruptcy for both his business and himself. He may have certain skills necessary for running a company, but he forgets too often about the human element. Not long after that, I heard that him and Kate got divorced. Now, buried in debt, I'm sure Aaron is scheming a way back to take his old life. As for me and the new company I'm managing, we've received support from all over, and operations have been running smoothly. I ensure that all my employees are paid a fair wage, and instead of taking every money from them every month of office parties, I instead invest that money back into the employees through pay raises and days off. All the employees are more than welcome to socialize with each other on their own time, but we agreed when we started this thing that mandatory office fun was to be a thing of the past.
I'm finally going to be the wife of a company president. Thank you so much for letting me steal Hank away from you, Jane. But I guess you already must have known there was no way a girl like you could ever beat me. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Don't tell me that you and Hank actually got married today. That's right. We're actually just on the way back from the courthouse now, in fact. The officiator was so sweet and called us a lovely couple. We actually got many comments from so many different people there. Well, fine then. Congrats, I guess. I can't believe that you two actually eloped like that. I mean, to think that this whole time you were just plotting about how to steal Hank. You really are sick in the head, you know? Well, I'm so sorry that you feel that way, Rachel. But none of that really matters since I have Hank now and you don't. But you did know that I was a single mother, right? I was only looking for someone who could help take care of my family. Are you kidding me? Is that why you did this? Of course! My poor boy is always saying that he wants a new dad, and you have no idea how tough it is financially to be a single mother. But I just had no idea that I would ever run into my ex-boyfriend, and I had no idea that he had since started managing a company and was totally rich. After that, I just knew that I had to make him all mine. But wait, what do you mean ex-boyfriend? Well, I never bothered to say anything about it until now, but it's the truth. Hank and I actually used to be high school sweethearts and dated way back in the day. I bet you never once guessed that this woman who happened to send her kids to the same school as yours was actually an ex of your husband's. And now I bet you're just so shocked. But I was shocked to learn about who Hank had become as well. So then, you already had an in with him before all of this. That's why things move so quickly between the two of you. I mean, you two couldn't have been seeing each other for more than 3 months. I was wondering just how it was that Hank fell for you so quickly. Well, yes. As you can see, fate has brought Hank and I back together, and that's why the step to take was so obvious. And you should know that Hank is crazy about my son, too. So I guess I just had all the things I needed going for me to get him. And now my son is just so happy to have his new dad the way that he always wanted. Well, my son has been crying every single day now asking for his dad. It's just horrible. And this is all your fault, you know. All you've done is make someone else into a single mother. Well, as long as it's not me having to go through all of that, that's really all that matters to me. I just want what's best for my son, and that's that. Besides, if it was this easy for Hank to walk away from you, just how much could he have really loved you in the first place? But don't worry, I'll be sure to take really good care of your company president ex-husband, and I'll make sure that I'm always wearing expensive brand clothes around him. All on his dime, of course. There's no way that I'd be able to afford a wardrobe like that. And meanwhile, you and your son can live in a box for all I care. You mean you really don't care at all what happens to us now that you've done this? And look at me. Do you see me wearing expensive clothes or anything like that all of the time? I get most of my clothes from thrift stores at this point, thank you very much. Oh, wait a second. Don't tell me that you were just trying to brag just then. You're trying to tell me that only a real rich person would still wear regular clothes? I'm sorry, but that just sounds exactly what an out-of-place poor person would say about how the rich people live. But the truth is that you just don't have any taste at all. That's not true. What I'm trying to tell you is that Hank is not nearly as rich as you think he is. Oh, come on now, what is this? He manages a company, for goodness sake. Of course he's rich. And now that we're married, I'm going to be rich. Look, I'm just saying that I think I know more about his finances than you do. And let me tell you that they are just a mess. I know that he manages a company, but that company is a trash fire of failure right now. I was trying to help him restructure it so that he could save himself. But, of course, with the kid, I haven't really been able to do much as of the past couple of years. Oh, come on. You can't expect me to believe that. If he wasn't rich, then why is Hank always taking me out to nice meals? And why is he always buying my son and I presents if he didn't have any money to do so? You think I'm going to believe that business isn't going as well if he can do that? Are you kidding me? Is he really doing all of that? Of course he is. But I take it that you're not getting the same treatment, is that right? Maybe he just wants you to think he isn't really rich. But all the things that he gives my son are proof that he really does have money. And to think that after all of this time, he's still to be so sweet on me. I'm so happy to know what a nice man he's become in his adulthood. I don't get it. There has to be something up. There's no way he should have enough money for that. Well, that's not all. He's also said that he's going to pay for our wedding and make sure that it goes all out. And he's even going to buy us a nice house to live in too. So what do you think about that, huh? This can't be happening. This is just crazy talk. I'm sure that you can't believe it, but I'd expect nothing left from my old flame. And we're going to have a wedding so amazing that it blows you out of the water. And then we're going to live in an amazing condo and I'll be rich. I knew that I was making the right call when I stole Hank. Well, fine then. I hope you two have a happy life. Enjoy your time together. Man, you're pathetic. Do you know that? I know that deep down you're really hurting inside. After all, I'd be upset too if my free meal ticket decided to leave me for someone else. I don't know what I'd do. I mean, I would just feel insulted, jilted, not wanted. But don't worry, I'll help you get over those feelings with an invitation to our wedding. You think I want to be at your guys' wedding? I don't even think it's gonna be the dream wedding you're picturing right now. In fact, maybe that's all the more reason to go.
Hey Jane, are you there? Please, you have to pick up the phone. What is this invoice that I'm getting? Are you really going to try to charge me $500 for my affair and for child support? Come on, you know that those numbers can't be right. Are you really serious about this?
Oh, I see that it arrived earlier than I thought it would. But yes, I'm very serious and I want you to pay right away. It is a higher number than you were imagining, I would guess, but I don't care. It shouldn't be an issue for you, apparently.
What are you talking about? Do you really think that I'm made of money or something?
Well, you are the president of a company, aren't you? Surely you must have plenty of money lying around.
Oh, come on. What is this? You know what the finances are with the company, and you know that I can't afford this. We're running in the red after all. Do you have any idea the amount of debt that I'm in?
I know that last time I checked, you were sitting on about $1 million worth of it. And all because you wanted to try expanding the business in an area it had no expertise in. So you just started investing in all the machines that you would need to start this new operation, and that's how you sunk it so deep into debt.
And now, on top of all of that, you think that you're going to get 500 grand out of me? You were the one who said you didn't mind paying the lower limit of what you could legally claim. Were you just lying to me this whole time about your intentions?
You're calling me a liar? That's just rich, isn't it? You begged me to do that for you since you told me you didn't have any more money. So I took pity on you and told you that we could arrange it so that you could pay me a much lower fee than you really should. Except now I found out that you've been taking Rachel out on expensive dates and buying her and her son all kinds of presents. So how is it that you have money for all of that, but not money for the woman that you just left?
Wait, hold on a second. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about how I just talked to Rachel, and she told me all about how you two used to date. And she told me that after you two ran into each other again, you started courting her and taking her out on all kinds of nice dates.
But wait, no. Hold on a second. I think that there's some kind of mistake here.
Oh, I'm not even through yet. Not only did you do all of that, but then you promised her some kind of extravagant wedding? And a huge house or condo or something as well? Well, I just don't know why you were so flushed with cash. I mean, really, you wouldn't expect that kind of spending for someone $1 million in debt, so that's why 500 grand sounds like a fair amount to me.
No, wait, Jane, you really do have all of this wrong. I didn't say anything to Rachel at all. She just assumes that I'm some big success. And of course, I don't have the money to throw her a big wedding or buy a house or even a condo, so I really just can't pay your $500,000 either.
I am not going to believe a single word that you have to say to me. You betrayed me, and you betrayed our son. You told me that you didn't have a penny to your name, but that was just a lie.
But you know that it's true. I really am $1 million in debt, and I just wanted to try and look cool for Rachel. I mean, it's not like when I was a kid from a poor family in high school. I had made something of my life, and I wanted to prove to her that I had.
So, while you were letting me know all about how bad things really were, you could just turn around and take her out on all these dates? What in the world are your priorities? Do you have any idea how tired I was trying to take care of the house and the kid while you were out just having the time of your life? You even started making me make major cuts in our budget at home, and meanwhile, you were out at nice restaurants.
And I am so sorry for misleading you. That wasn't the right thing of me to do at all.
Well, I'm not going to ask for a single cent less than what I'm demanding now, understand? You are going to pay me $500,000 for your affair and for child support, and then I never want anything to do with you again. And if you don't pay me, then you're going to force my hand. After all, you do know that I'm the majority shareholder for your company, don't you? So don't think that I'm afraid to call for a replacement of the president. I have the authority.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You mean that you would really try to kick me out of my own company? You can't do that. This isn't fair. I mean, don't you know how hard I've worked to build this place up from the ground?
I won't do anything to you or your company if you just pay me what I'm asking for.
But you know how hard this business is doing. And besides, I need to start scraping money together for the wedding. Be reasonable.
You know, Rachel actually invited me to the wedding, so I think I'll just go to watch the fireworks.
Oh, wow, that really was just such an amazing wedding, wasn't it, Rachel?
Although, I have to say, I was pretty surprised at how unorthodox it all was. After all, the venue turned you away because they said you didn't even have a reservation. What the heck was that? What happened today? My wedding! My big special wedding! How did Hank not even book a venue? Wait, what? You mean you didn't want all of this to happen today? And here I thought that Hank was making a statement about how your life didn't need a special venue or anything like that. Are you kidding me? You don't actually think that that's what's going on today, do you? Well, I just thought you might surprise us at the last minute. But looking at how upset your face is, I guess that really wasn't the plan. I don't know how this happened. I don't know who ruined what was supposed to be my special, perfect day, but I bet that you had something to do with it. You think that I had something to do with it? What makes you say that? Because I know that you hate me, and you're always trying to bully me. You were jealous that I managed to steal Hank away from you. And so somehow you managed to ruin all of the reservations that Hank must have made just to get back at us. Well, I hope you're ready to pay for all of this. I didn't do a single thing, thank you very much, Rachel. But then, who could have ruined my wedding like this? It had to have been you. You're crazy with jealousy. I know it was you, just admit it. Well, just note that I'm going to be suing you for the full amount of money that Hank sunk into all of those plans. You're going to pay for this. I'll make you pay for trying to sabotage the wedding between a company president and his future wife. I didn't do anything to stop anything. If you're looking for someone to blame, look at Hank. After all, he's the one who is $1 million in debt. So I know there's no way he'd be able to give you the giant wedding you were hoping for. And that's why this wedding was never going to really happen in the first place. But I guess Hank was too scared to say anything to you. Wait a second. What do you mean Hank is $1 million in debt? Where is all of this coming from all of a sudden? Oh, you poor naive woman. You really don't know what you've gotten yourself into. This debt didn't just pop up all of a sudden, but I already told you about how bad Hank's business was doing. He wanted to try moving in a new direction, it blew up in his face. He lost a big chunk of his staff, and now he's over $1 million in debt. What? That can't be right! Hank never told me anything about this at all! I thought he was rich! He told me his business was just fine! Well, he was just lying to you so that you thought all of that was really true. He wanted you to believe that it was fate that had brought you back with your old high school flame. And I'm sure that he was eager to make things work with you, so we put on airs. But then, all the fancy dates he took me out on, he did it when he didn't really have any money? That's right. Like I said, I had been helping him with his business for a long time, so I knew all about exactly what state his business and personal finances were in. Of course, after he betrayed my son and I knew I wasn't going to raise another finger to help him. But don't worry, I made sure to make him pay me hundreds of thousands of dollars for your affair and for child support. Hold on a second. Hank is broke and you still made him pay you hundreds of thousands of dollars? You can get all that much just from a divorce? Well, then that's what I'll do too. No, you aren't reading carefully enough. I got that money because he was cheating on me and because he was leaving his child. I doubt that you'd get anything but a share of his debt if you tried that now. So then, I wouldn't get anything for leaving him at all? That's right. You just have to ride that wave to the very bottom as Hank's business falls apart. Please, you have to do something to help. You said that you were helping him run his business, so surely you must be able to turn this around, right? I'm begging you, please. You have to do something to save us. After that, I followed Hank's business in the news and watched as it did worse and worse until finally, it went bankrupt, and finally had to close the doors forever. All that while, Hank and Rachel were blowing up my phone, begging for help. It got to the point that I finally had to block them. In the end, I heard that Hank ended up with about $3 million worth of debt. When Rachel's parents heard about the situation, they put up a big fuss and insisted on taking Rachel back to live with them at their house. From there, they made sure Rachel worked hard and always made her debt repayments on time. As for Hank, he also has to pay his share of the debt, but he's fallen completely off the radar for me. And frankly, I don't really care what happens to him anyways. I got what I needed to take care of my son, and that's all that matters to me.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Hey Sarah, is it true you're having twins? That's absolutely amazing! I bet they're going to be so cute. It's such a surprise, right? I never expected my first pregnancy to be twins. Have you told anyone else yet? I can't believe I'm the first to know. Actually, we've already told our parents and close friends. Oh, well, I'm still super excited. Do you know the baby's genders yet? We won't know for a while. They're still too small. That's even better! Then you absolutely must make them both girls. You need to use your willpower to make those twins girls. What? When you think of twins, it has to be girls, right? In Japanese anime, twin characters are always the best. We should name them Ram and Rim. Are those characters from some anime? They're from my favorite anime series. The older sister is kind of sassy and has a really sharp tongue, but that's what makes her cute. And Ram, the younger sister, is super popular because she's so devoted and caring. Oh, is that so? You really need to watch it. I have all the DVDs. The twins in it are just perfect. I don't really watch much anime. I didn't even watch cartoons as a kid. That's why you need to start. You're having twins, so you need to understand twin dynamics. I'm not sure anime is the best reference for that. But twin boys would be pretty great too. There are these super popular twin characters in this idol anime. They're really popular lately. They're called the Kujo and Nanase brothers. What do you think? Well, I'm not sure what to think. We don't know what gender they'll be, and I don't even know what those names mean. Oh, right. Well, I can teach you. I've taught myself some Japanese these past few years, so I think I can work out what they mean. They're so perfect. Besides, I'm planning to discuss names with Mike, so I'll just keep your suggestions in mind. But Mike would love these names too. He used to watch anime with me when we were kids. I know, he still enjoys watching a lot of anime on the weekends, and I enjoy watching some episodes with him too. But we were thinking about something a little more simple, something that won't make the kids stick out like a sore thumb. This is a present they're going to keep for their entire lives, after all. Aw, come on, you can decide right now. Your sister-in-law is giving you such great ideas. Plus, both sets of characters are super gorgeous, so your twins will definitely be beautiful too. Sorry, I need to go to my checkup now. Wait, I have more suggestions. What about the twins from that Magical Girl series? I really need to go. Okay, I'll think of even better names. I have lots of other favorite twin characters. I'll make a whole list of name options that you might like. Oh, and I'll send you pictures of all these characters so you can see how cute they are. Please don't spam me with anime pictures. Too late! Look at how adorable they are. Lucy, I am at the doctor's office now. Perfect timing! You can show the doctor these twins for inspiration. That is not how it works. Hey, Mike, I need to confirm something. Lucy is definitely moving out this month, right? That was the agreement?
Well, I'm sorry. My sister actually asked me if she could stay a bit longer.
What?
She just contacted me and said she wants to stay until after you give birth. She says she'll leave after seeing the babies.
When exactly did she tell you this?
Just this morning. I should have told you right away.
This is completely different from what we agreed on. You said you wanted to help Lucy because she got kicked out of your parents' house, so we agreed to let her stay for 2 months. During that time, she was supposed to find a job and her own place, right?
I know, I messed up. Those 2 months are long gone.
Has she even been looking for apartments?
She keeps saying the rent is too high everywhere.
That's not an answer, Mike.
Alright, well, she hasn't found an apartment or even a job yet.
Are you serious?
I keep telling her to find any job she can, but she says it's not her fault she can't find a company that pays $3,000 a month.
That's ridiculous. Has she even had any interviews?
She says she's been applying online.
Lucy's never had a full-time job, right? She can't even keep part-time jobs for more than 6 months, and she becomes a shut-in whenever anything goes wrong. Getting a $3,000 salary as an entry-level employee is pretty unrealistic.
I know it's unrealistic.
Then why haven't you told her that?
But she says they're her non-negotiable condition because she needs that much for her fandom activities. She says she absolutely needs it to buy manga and anime merchandise.
Mike, you're enabling her.
I just don't want her to end up on the streets.
The hallway is already overflowing with anime merchandise and stuff she's collecting. I agree with embracing culture, but if she wants to keep shopping, she needs to do it after moving out of our house. And what about the job search reports she was supposed to give us weekly?
She stopped after the 2nd week.
And you didn't say anything?
I'm really sorry for all the trouble. It's my fault for agreeing to her request so easily. I'm truly sorry.
I love how caring and kind you are to your family, Mike. I know you wanted to help your sister after your parents finally gave up and kicked her out. As her brother, you wanted to help her become independent, but I think Lucy is taking advantage of your kindness too much.
Yeah, you're right. At first, she was grateful and humble, but she gradually started becoming more demanding.
Like what? Tell me everything.
She's been asking for money for job hunting clothes.
And
she's been ordering takeout with my credit card.
Mike!
I know, I'll cancel the card.
I'm sorry, but I don't want her staying here anymore. We're going to have children soon, so make sure she moves out this month, okay?
I'll do my best.
That's not good enough. We need a concrete plan.
You're right, I'll talk to her tonight.
I want to be there for that conversation.
Maybe that's better. I tend to give in when she starts crying.
That's exactly why we're in this situation.
I'll make it right, I promise.
Hey, Sarah, are you okay? I heard about an emergency hospitalization. Did something happen to my precious Ram and Rem? I told you to stop giving them names. Please stop it. But they've been Ram and Rem in my head for months now. They are not your anime characters. Aw, but they're such cute names. Why won't you accept them already? Anyway, did the doctor say what's wrong? Stop joking around like this. I had to be hospitalized because of the stress you've caused. Please just stop. Huh? It's my fault? How can it be my fault? I barely even see you these days. Apparently, my health indicators are poor due to stress, so I need to stay in the hospital until delivery to get as much rest as possible. Getting hospitalized for stress is so weak. You need to be stronger if you're going to be Ram and Rem's mother. Besides, what stress? The house is perfectly fine. What do you have to stress about? If you're going to say that, then maybe you should start taking care of yourself. Then I might have been able to get some rest at home. What do you mean? The constant mess, the noises at night when you watch anime? Huh? Are you telling me to do the cooking and cleaning? But I was busy job hunting. You can't just bring this up now. Job hunting? When was the last time you actually applied somewhere? I apply all the time. Just yesterday, And when exactly is this busy job hunt going to show results? I'd really like you to find a job and get your own place soon. About that, actually, I've decided not to get a job. I'm going to school instead. What? I found my true calling. Your what? I'm going to voice acting school. I was having trouble finding a company I wanted to work for, and then I remembered my childhood dream. If I become a voice actor, I won't have to deal with annoying companies. I can fulfill my dream and make lots of money. It's perfect. I'm going to be the English dub for all my favorite anime. Wait, are you serious? Why wouldn't I be? I already paid the entrance exam fee. With what money? That's not important. What matters is I'm following my dreams. Back when I was a kid, my parents made me go to a regular college instead, but now they're not around to stop me so I can chase my dreams. No way. So yeah, I'll be staying a bit longer. Probably about 2 years until I graduate. The entrance exam is next month, so I'll do my best. You've got to be kidding. You've already been here for 6 months and now you want another 2 years? It's not that long. Think about it. Your twins could grow up with a famous voice actress as their aunt. That's not the point. But I never expected you to be hospitalized at this time. It's troublesome not having anyone to cook for me, but I guess it can't be helped. I'll just stay in my room and focus on studying for the entrance exam this month. Lucy, you need to understand. Don't worry about me. Just focus on keeping Ram and Rem healthy. Stop calling them that. Oh, I should practice my lines while you're away. The quiet house will be perfect for it. Sarah, congratulations! I heard you safely delivered your babies last night. Thank you. Mother and babies are all healthy. Good, that's great. Now hurry back home and do the laundry. I need clothes for my entrance exam tomorrow and I'm in trouble. What? Did you not hear me? It's an emergency. I just gave birth. After you left, Mike suddenly had to go on a long business trip, so I've been all alone. Because of that, there's a month's worth of laundry piled up. You've been alone for a month and didn't do any laundry? I was busy practicing. Voice acting is hard work. Why don't you just do it yourself? All you have to do is put clothes in the machine and press a button. No way. I don't know how to use it. I've always lived with my parents and Mom did everything. Besides, what if I break the machine? Then you'd be really mad. Seriously? The fridge is completely empty too. It would be great if you could pick up something yummy on your way back from the hospital. I literally just gave birth to twins. Yeah, but you're done now, right? The hard part is over. I need specific snacks for energy before my exam. You can't be serious. So what? If mother and babies are healthy, you can leave right away, right? Giving birth isn't an illness. Get back here and do the housework. Sure, I'll be right home. Really? Oh, that's great. I knew I could count on you. Can you get some snacks too? I might be up until pretty late tonight to rehearse. I can't wait to see the babies too. No, you won't be seeing my daughters. I'm going to my parents' house. What? You're joking, right? This isn't funny. Goodbye then. Wait a minute. What do you mean you're going to your parents' house? Your home is here. I'll be in big trouble if you don't come back. Sarah, answer me. That's not my problem. How can you say that? We're family. Stop messing around and come home already. Just do the laundry. Forget about the shopping. You'll come back home, right? I'm counting on you. Sarah? Hello? What's going on, Sarah? You really didn't come back, and because of you, I couldn't go to my entrance exam. How is that my fault? If you had no clothes, you could have worn a garbage bag. What? Are you making fun of me? I mean, it's a voice acting school entrance exam, right? They're testing your academic ability and voice. They won't care about your clothes, so a garbage bag would have been fine. That's ridiculous. They'd obviously fail me right away if they thought I was some weirdo. My future career is ruined because of you. How do you know that? If you'd gone in wearing a garbage bag and taken the test, you might have passed, but not showing up is 100% guaranteed fail. What's with you? You're being so mean. This isn't like you. You're usually so nice, but you're being really harsh today. What are you so angry about?
Seriously? Of course Sarah has every right to be angry. We let you stay out of kindness. We overstayed way past the agreed time. You kept stressing out my pregnant wife. Both Sarah and I are fed up with you, Lucy.
Huh? Wait, Mike? What about your long business trip? Oh, did you go pick up Sarah from her parents' house? Are you coming home with her?
Of course not. I'm not going back to a house where you're still squatting.
Squatting? I live here. Oh, wait, then why are you two together?
I came to apologize. I'm on my knees begging Sarah and her parents to let her stay at their house until we can kick you out.
What? You can't be serious.
Lucy, I told you, didn't I? I asked you to pack up and leave while we were gone. I begged you to get your life together before the babies were born. So how did it end up like this?
Well, I suddenly wanted to fulfill my childhood dream. You can get a job anytime, but school should be started sooner rather than later. You used to support my dreams, Mike.
There you go again, making up reasonable-sounding excuses to avoid getting a job. Yet you don't do any housework. And of course, you don't pay any living expenses. You got kicked out of our parents' house for the same behavior, and now you're doing it again.
But this time is different. I have a real plan.
Actually, this long business trip was a lie. I didn't want to enable you anymore, so during Sarah's hospitalization, I've been staying at our parents' house.
What? You were at our parents' house? They won't even talk to me anymore.
I tend to spoil you too much. Even though you're such a mess that our parents gave up on you, you're still my only sister. We have good memories together. That's why I wanted to help you however I could.
Mike, then help me one more time, just a little longer.
But you kept betraying our support. I'm sorry, but neither Sarah nor I can be kind to you anymore.
What did you say? You can't mean that.
You didn't just rely on our kindness. You completely took advantage of it. You've been nothing but trouble. So please, I'm begging you. We're at our limit. Just leave.
Leave? That's impossible. I haven't found a job, and besides, it's Sarah's fault I couldn't take the entrance exam. Take responsibility for that and let me stay a bit longer. I promise I'll be better. I'll even try to learn the laundry.
There you go with that attitude again. But we're all committed to this now. Me and our parents. We're cutting ties with you. Mom and Dad are saying the same thing right here.
Huh? Mom and Dad, too? You mean our parents are there? No. This can't be happening.
I brought Sarah to our parents' house after she was discharged. Then our parents joined us there. They're with me apologizing to Sarah's family and asking them to let Sarah stay until we can kick you out.
What? That's... Mom and Dad came for this? To kick me out again?
I want to get back home with my wife and our beautiful twin daughters as soon as possible. I'm heading there now with our parents. We're going to force you out if we have to.
What? No way. Don't be so cruel. I have nowhere else to go. I have no money. Please, I'll do anything. I'll get a real job.
About that, I heard from our parents. When they kicked you out, they gave you $10,000 for moving expenses. I had no idea you had that kind of money.
Oh, crap. That was different. That money was...
If you had that money, you should have rented a place right away. Instead, you moved in with us so you could keep it as spending money, right? Well, now you can use that money to figure out your housing situation.
That's impossible. I already spent all the money. It's all gone on anime merchandise and the entrance exam fees. But I can sell some of it. Just give me time.
Oh, really? Well, that's not our problem anymore. We don't care what happens to a sister we've cut ties with. We're heading over there now, so you better have your stuff packed up.
You wouldn't really throw me out on the street. Mike, Sarah, anyone? What should I do, Sarah? They really kicked me out. I tried to resist, but Dad and Mike rolled me up in some sheets and threw me out. Well, it looks like they successfully wrapped up the freeloader. This is no time for jokes. Please, talk to Mike and your parents. Tell them it's cruel to throw me out like this. Isn't it horrible? I'm your sister-in-law, family. You're the horrible one here, Lucy. Mike told me about the state of the house. Laundry and garbage everywhere. The whole place is a complete mess. That's not true. It's just a little untidy. I was going to clean it eventually. We're hiring a cleaning service and we'll be sending you the bill for the full amount. What? You can't make me pay for cleaning. I am homeless now. I also kept track of all the food and living expenses while you were staying with us. No way, you're kidding. You were counting everything? Remember, one of the conditions for letting you stay was that you'd pay for your own living expenses. You kept making excuses to avoid paying, and I got tired of asking, but that doesn't mean I forgot about it. But I really don't have any money now. I'm not lying this time, I really don't. Please, Sarah, have mercy. In that case, we'll get it from your parents. They've offered to cover it and deduct it from your inheritance. Why? They can't do that. Well, that solves the money issue. Once the cleaning service is done, I can go home with the babies. This is so cruel. I won't even get to see my cute nieces. I was so looking forward to the twins being born, and now you're keeping my nieces away from their aunt? Don't they deserve to know their aunt? Yes, since there doesn't seem to be any benefit in having you around. What? How can you say that? We want our children to meet lots of different people and learn from them. We want them to be loved by many people. But you can't offer any financial support, you can't teach them manners or proper behavior, so there's nothing to gain. Actually, I think you'd be a bad influence, so we're fine with cutting ties. I can't believe even you're being so cold to me, Sarah. You were always kind to me before. You let me stay at your house and were so nice. What happened to that kind Sarah? This happened because you trampled all over that kindness. Both Mike and I tried to help you many times, but you took advantage of it and fooled around. This is the natural consequence of your own actions. It's all self-inflicted. Self-inflicted? You mean everything is my fault? It can't be. Well, then take care. Good luck chasing your dreams. I'll be happy if my daughters get to watch an anime with you in it someday. Finally, after the house was properly cleaned, I was able to return home with my twin daughters. Both sets of grandparents are completely smitten with the twins. Every weekend, someone comes to visit, and it's wonderfully lively and fun. As for Lucy, I hear she's living in a super cheap apartment that costs $200 a month. She gave up on voice acting school and finally found a job. Apparently, she's working harder than ever before, repeatedly saying, "I have nothing left and I'll do anything. Please let me work." It seems she's putting in more effort than she ever has before to keep her minimum wage job.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Help me, May. I can't take it anymore. She's absolutely relentless, and I'm at my wit's end.
What? What's going on, Kevin? And who are you talking about?
It's Victoria. I've been trying to deal with her casually until now, but I never expected her to join my family's company as a new employee. Her obsession is terrifying.
Hold on. Why is Victoria working with you? And what do you mean by obsession?
I know this will sound crazy, but she's been following me. She's been asking me out on dates for years.
Following you? What do you mean?
Like, literally following me. To meetings, to lunch, even trying to wait by my car after work.
That doesn't sound like Victoria at all. Are you sure you're not misunderstanding something?
I wish I was. You might be shocked, but listen. Victoria's been pretty aggressive about dating me. She keeps telling me to leave you and date her instead.
What?
I know it's insane, and that's not even half of it.
Tell me everything right now.
I should have told you right away, but I hesitated. I know that it would hurt you if you found out that your childhood friend was trying to steal your boyfriend.
This is crazy. Victoria, my childhood friend, is after you? She never shown any sign of this around me.
Of course you wouldn't say it to your face.
I guess, but still. We've known each other since elementary school. We tell each other everything.
That's why I couldn't tell you about her joining my company either.
Come to think of it, I haven't heard anything about her changing jobs. We just met up the other day and she didn't mention such a big change.
Because she's been planning this. She specifically targeted our company.
What makes you say that?
She applied right after her engagement was announced. Can't be a coincidence.
That timing is suspicious. How is she acting at work?
No matter how many times she comes on to me, I keep rejecting her. But since she's an old friend of yours, I can't be too harsh. I've been quietly enduring it, but I'm at my limit. Her joining my company just to get close to me is abnormal.
And how long has Victoria been working at your company?
About 6 months now. Since day one, she's been making a huge fuss about wanting to be my secretary.
What?
She told everyone she fell in love with the vice president at first sight and wanted to be my personal assistant. This was on our first day.
You're kidding.
I wish I was. We managed to assign her to the sales department, but she's already known throughout the company as a problem employee.
I can't believe this. What exactly has she been doing?
Where do I even start? Every morning she waits by the elevator.
And
She brings me homemade lunchboxes, saying she made them with love. She waits for me after work, trying to walk home together.
really? She's that obvious about wanting to date you?
It gets worse. She's been telling everyone at work that we have a special connection.
What kind of connection?
She claims that since she's your childhood friend, we're practically destined to be together.
That's ridiculous.
That's why I can't take it anymore. I'd fire her if I could, but once someone's hired, the company can't easily dismiss them. It's not like she's committing a crime.
Well, it doesn't sound like she's even doing her job properly. I can't believe this. To think Victoria's obsessing over my fiancé. It's pathetic.
Could you talk to her properly? This is beyond what I can handle.
I'll contact her right away. I still can't believe it, but if she's really after my fiancé, this is a serious problem.
Thank you. Just be careful how you approach it.
Why?
She seems unstable. Yesterday she was telling coworkers that we're secretly dating,
She what?
and that you're just a cover story until we can go public.
I'm calling her right now. Victoria, we need to talk right now. Hey, bestie, what's up? Don't bestie me. What's going on with you and Kevin? Oh, has he mentioned me? Hey, Victoria, do you really have feelings for Kevin? Is it true you joined his company just to get close to him?
Oh, well, I guess the secret's out. I was planning to steal him away before anyone found out.
Do you even hear yourself? Trying to steal your childhood friend's fiancé? I can't believe this.
Come on. This is my only shot at reality. Kevin's the heir to his family's business. His family owns a generations-old company, and he's next in line as CEO. He's already vice president, and he'll inherit both the company and family assets soon. Chances at landing such a golden catch don't come often.
What are you saying? You just congratulated us on our engagement the other day.
Well, yeah. What else could I do in front of everyone?
So you were lying?
I genuinely meant those congratulations at the time, but when I got home, I started thinking, if you can land a golden catch like him, why can't I? We're basically on the same level, you know.
What do you mean by same level?
Neither of us is a great beauty, but we're not ugly either. We're even about the same height and weight. If someone like you can marry into wealth, why can't I? Don't you think that's unfair?
Your logic is completely twisted. How does that lead to trying to steal him?
Because I can't accept it. We've been together since we were kids. I always thought we'd have similar lives.
And?
I thought we'd both marry ordinary guys, but here you are landing this wealthy heir. It's not fair. That's why I'm going to make him fall for me and take that privileged life for myself.
I can't understand this at all. Not only can't you celebrate your friend's marriage, but you're trying to ruin it. I'm so disappointed in you, Victoria.
I don't care what someone who tried to get ahead of me thinks. I'll definitely make Kevin mine.
Sorry, but that's never going to happen. If anything, Kevin finds your advances annoying, and he's saying that he wants you to stop. We're going to get married as planned, so please stop interfering. He's not yours to have.
Oh, May, I'm not interfering at all. If anything, he's interested in me.
What?
Men are weak to women who actively pursue them. At this rate, it won't be long before he chooses me over you. It's so simple.
Listen to me. Kevin clearly said you're bothering him. He doesn't want you following him around anymore. Stop it.
Of course he'd say that to you. You're still technically his fiancé, so naturally he has to pretend I'm bothering him in front of you. But he acts totally different when we're alone.
What are you talking about?
He eats all the lunch boxes I make him. The boxes always come back empty.
That's funny because he told me he hasn't touched a single bite.
There's no way to prove that. Besides, I have actual proof. The other day, he left me a bold message card.
What?
It said, "Thank you for the delicious lunches. You'll make a wonderful wife someday." Once I've captured his stomach, he's mine. I'm so glad I took those cooking classes for this.
Victoria, you need help.
The only help I need is planning my wedding.
This isn't funny anymore.
Who's joking? I'm serious about Kevin.
He's my fiancé.
For now.
You're lying. There's no way he'd leave me for you. I trust him, and I know that he loves me.
We'll see. But don't blame me if he decides to dump you for me. We're childhood friends after all. We should forgive each other no matter what. Hey! Surprise news from my dear childhood friend. I'm finally going to marry Kevin. Yay! Aren't you happy for us?
What are you talking about now?
Kevin and I are getting married in Bali. Finally, Kevin chose me. And he's giving me a luxurious wedding too. That's so like him.
What? Kevin and you getting married? In Bali? Are you serious?
I wouldn't joke about something like this. He properly proposed to me.
That's impossible. There's no way he'd do something like that. Kevin is my fiancé.
You might not want to believe it, but it's true. He proposed to me. He did it at work in front of all the employees. I've got witnesses.
When exactly did this happen?
During last week's morning meeting, he announced it to everyone. He said he had a wedding with someone special this weekend and would be taking a week's vacation.
And you think that was a proposal? Seriously? He only said a special someone, right? Not your name?
Well, he hasn't officially broken off the engagement with you yet, so he couldn't openly propose to me. I never expected him to use the morning meeting to propose. It was like a secret office romance. So exciting. I can't believe how romantic he is.
No. That definitely wasn't a proposal.
Yes, it absolutely was. He announced in front of everyone that he's having a wedding in Bali on the weekend.
Victoria.
After all those lunch boxes filled with love, I understand him perfectly. Anyway, I'm off to get married to him in Bali today.
You're lying. This has gone far enough.
Sorry for the late notice. The proposal and wedding were so sudden. I've been busy with preparations. Oh, right. When do you like to come to Bali with us?
What?
I'll make a special exception and invite just you to our wedding. You're my important childhood friend after all.
Victoria, stop this.
Plus, we're like war buddies who fought over Kevin. So you're the only one I'll specially invite to our wedding.
But I'm already in Bali.
What?
Of course. Kevin's here in Bali too. We just finished our wedding ceremony.
Stop lying. Kevin wouldn't have a wedding ceremony with you. He said he was going to marry me. You're just bluffing.
No, he never said that.
He did. He announced it to everyone that he's getting married in Bali on Sunday.
Well, it's still Saturday afternoon here and our wedding is over. The weather is perfect and it was an amazing wedding.
What?
Think about it logically. Kevin never said what day it was. You just heard the weekend and decided that it was going to be on Sunday. But Kevin and I flew here yesterday and we had our private ceremony this morning.
Why would he have a ceremony with someone like you? He said he'd marry me. That's why I rushed to the airport.
I never once said I would marry you. Please stop with these terrifying delusions.
What? Kevin? Is that you?
I have no intention of marrying you. Please give up on me.
Why are you saying this? We were getting along so well. You always thanked me for my lunch boxes. You even gave me that message card saying I'd make a wonderful wife.
I never ate your lunch boxes. That message card wasn't for me either. I was shocked when I heard about that. I never touched your lunches. I always had my secretary return them to you. I don't know what they did with them after.
But my lunch boxes always came back empty.
Well, it turns out that my mother was eating them. She thought they were lunches that May had made for me.
What?
She felt bad, thinking I was leaving my fiance's homemade lunches uneaten, so she ate them pretending to be me. She wrote that message card too. When I confronted her, she admitted everything. She misunderstood and eaten them all herself.
When I got that message card, I was so happy. I was so thrilled I even saved it on my phone.
Mother said that message was her honest opinion, without any flattery. She did say the food was genuinely delicious.
So that means I won over the mother-in-law? Even if you didn't eat my food, I captured your mother's heart. That's practically the same thing. Like mother, like son. This proves we should get married. She approves of me as your wife.
My mother was just mistaken. She doesn't approve of you at all. I think May's cooking is the most delicious.
But...
By the way, when Mother found out those lunches were from you, she immediately made herself throw up. She was horrified about eating food from a stranger.
What do you mean?
She was frantically sticking her fingers down her throat because she was worried it might have been poisoned. She was panicking a lot after she heard how unstable you were and felt that you didn't have any qualms about going so far.
I didn't put any poison in it.
Don't you understand that you're the kind of person people would suspect of such things? Let me say this one more time clearly. I have no intention of marrying you. In fact, you terrify me. I might have to report this to the police.
What?
If you continue following me, we'll take action. I'll report this as stalking to the police, and you'll be removed from the company.
But I just wanted to marry you. Why is May good enough but not me? It's not fair that she gets to marry into wealth.
It's not about fairness, and that attitude is exactly the problem. You were never my type to begin with. I love May for who she is. Now please stay away from us. We finished our wedding ceremony, and we're starting our honeymoon in Bali tomorrow. I'd appreciate it if you didn't interfere.
Please, help! Come pick me up at Honolulu Airport right now. I got detained at immigration because I didn't have proper ID.
What? What on earth are you doing? You actually came to Bali?
I couldn't give up. I thought I needed to confront Kevin directly to make him reconsider marrying me, so I impulsively flew to Bali.
How did you end up detained at immigration?
Well, actually, this is my first time flying alone. The only other time I've been abroad was on a graduation trip to Paris with everyone. I panicked at arrivals and they got suspicious and detained me.
You're kidding.
I tried my best to explain. I told them I came to get married in Bali to a man who's currently married to another woman, but they didn't understand at all, and they're barely letting me use my phone right now.
Of course they'd misunderstand with an explanation like that. And why are you contacting me? I wouldn't even know how to help prove anything.
Just come to the airport. Convince them to release me. I don't understand why they won't let me go. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm just here to get Kevin back. I'll do whatever it takes to get him back.
Fine. Just get deported already.
What? You're not going to save me?
Why should I? The reason why they won't let you go is probably because they can sense that you're a dangerous person and that they shouldn't let you walk around freely. They can smell the obsessive stalker on you. It's better for all of us if you're sent back. We'll be able to enjoy our honeymoon in peace that way.
What? I came all this way. I'm not going back. I'm not giving up. Help me. I paid for the flight here. If I get sent back, then who's going to pay for the flights? Who's going to compensate me?
None of us have any obligation to compensate you. If you don't want to get deported, you should do something about it yourself. If you do your best to prove that you're not suspicious, they might let you into the country after all.
Please, you can't abandon me like this. They told me that they're going to take my phone away from me. I think they're really planning on sending me back.
All right. Well, once you get back, can you resign from your job? It looks like Kevin is serious about getting you fired, so the only advice I can give you is to leave before they make you. Anyway, I've got a honeymoon to enjoy. Goodbye, Victoria. I blocked Victoria, and she was promptly deported back to the US. Meanwhile, Kevin and I enjoyed our peaceful honeymoon in Bali after returning home. According to company staff, Kevin's mother, feeling obligated because of the tasty lunches, went to meet Victoria at the airport after her deportation. However, she told Victoria, "You must be mentally ill to seriously misinterpret that as a proposal. I'm taking you to the hospital right now for a mental health check." Embarrassed, Victoria fled and called the company to resign immediately. After that, the stalking completely stopped, and we're enjoying our peaceful newlywed life.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.